I wasn't thinking about making any video about this movie only, but after seeing that it didn't get any awards, especially in the Oscars, I think I'm gonna do it because it really deserves it. So at least I'm gonna, give it my praise. So I'm talking about the 2017 movie that came very close to the end of the year, the movie The Greatest Showman. This movie, which I didn't watch until January of this year, 2018, was much better than what I expected, to be honest. I saw the trailers and I thought that maybe it was going to be something that I would like. I wasn't completely sure about that because I don't love musicals. Even the Disney movies that were really good musicals, I I didn't think the songs were bad or anything like that, but I didn't love them. I I thought that the songs were not the best parts of the movies, right? So I went to this without knowing what to expect, and I enjoyed it very much, and I even liked the songs and the musical parts very much. I was pretty impressed with this movie, to be honest. It's for movies, in the category of movies, it's the kind of story that I really enjoy, that I like, and it's the kind of story that I wish all stories were like, because it's something that starts very good, it continues good throughout the whole thing, and then at the end finishes with a great ending that leaves you very satisfied. It's something that teaches you some kind of lesson for life. It's something that inspires you during the time of the movie and by the end for sure. And it's something that leaves your heart and your mind even full of joy and satisfaction by the time that you finish it. It's the kind of story that I love. It's how I want to do my stories. Even if they are adventure and action and science fiction, which is something completely different from this movie and this genre. It's the kind of thing that I believe that any medium of entertainment, any product of entertainment should want to reach and to be asked, because it's what leaves the audiences satisfied and happy because they experience that kind of entertainment. So this movie falls in that category for me, and it's definitely one of my I don't want to say top 5, but definitely top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 10 movies for sure, because of entertainment, which is what matters the most, and because of how I felt by the time it ended. It really left me very, very happy that I watched it. I was so glad that I watched this movie. I loved it. So basically, this movie should have been winning awards left and right in every category, and it didn't. For the Oscars, I cannot think, at least among the major categories, I cannot think of any that it didn't deserve to get, an Oscar in. Even the only one that got nominated, which was the This Is Me song, even for that one, I don't think that was the best song in the movie, by the way. I think that Rewrite the Stars. Rewrite the Stars was wonderful. What a beautiful song. And the one that the lady in the opera sings, Never Enough. That was another beautiful song. Even the one at the beginning, the one that is named 1 Million Dreams or A Million Dreams, I think, that was beautiful. And let me tell you, I'm not a lover of musicals or songs in movies, but these were done extremely well because they were not a pause for the story. On the contrary, they continued taking the story forward during the song, and the song was a perfect fit for that time in the movie. And all of them were like that. All the songs were a perfect fit. None of them was bad. Any of them could have gotten an award, and I feel that it deserved it because all of them were great. The acting was wonderful. really, really wonderful. I mean, the protagonist, he did a wonderful job. I can tell that he was happy with this role, with his acting of this character. You know what I think? He was probably bored already of Wolverine. He's a great actor. He has done Wolverine very well, but it has been too many years. And I think he was so happy of doing, a character that was different from Wolverine, that he really was happy of acting that character, and that's why he came out so good. He was wonderful. He deserved to get an Oscar for male protagonist in a movie for that. The the other supportive actors or roles, they deserve to win an Oscar as well, or to win an award. Zac Efron did really well. The two women did really well. The wife and the one that is okay, her name I don't remember. Lady, okay, I forgot her name. The one that sings at the opera, she did a wonderful job as well. They all did a wonderful job, really. The acting was perfect. And the movie itself, which was really good, felt like it was a show, which is great because it's it lives up to its name. It lives up to the story that I was trying to tell, which is a showman, which is supposed to be a great showman. So the movie itself was a great show. So it gave us that. It didn't waste any time. That was something else that I enjoyed a lot. 1 hour and a half, no fillers, no boring moments, no parts that felt like you could throw them in the garbage. No, you could not do anything like that with any part of this movie. The whole thing was used well. Not like many other movies nowadays that they are longer than 2 hours, but you feel like they can throw away half an hour and it wouldn't lose anything. Here you cannot do that. Here, everything, the whole 1 hour and a half was used very well. And I think the numbers, don't take my opinion for this. The numbers speak for themselves. I read in an article that the multiplier for this movie is like the second highest in all of history. And the first one is Titanic, by the way. And then the multiplier is when you divide the total amount that the movie won during the time that it was at the theaters by the amount that it made during the first week. So if the multiplier is very high, it means that after the fever of the first week, many more people went to the theater to watch it. So that means one of two things. The people that watched in the first week, they wanted to repeat because it was so good, so they went more than once. And those people also talked about it, so many other people that didn't go during the first week went later to watch it. And I think that says a lot about how good it was. I found it extremely inspiring, and I don't think it's just because it relates to me in a way, because in a way I am one of these dreamers that wants to do something like what this protagonist in the movie does. I'm not in the extroverted side of the spectrum. I'm more in the introverted side, and I want to do something like that, like a great show, but with my books, with my stories in adventure, in science fiction. But it's something similar. It's I want to do inspiring things like that. And I think that in my case, it obviously inspired me even more. I loved it, but I really felt that it inspired, and it definitely can inspire anyone, not just people like me, not just dreamers and people that know that they can achieve things that are great. And I know this because in the theater, I saw the other people and I could tell that everyone was inspired, everyone enjoyed it, everyone was entertained. And when I say everyone, I'm pretty sure that was everyone. Young, old, and in between. Everyone, the whole audience. And it was simply a fantastic experience, which is what storytelling in any medium doesn't have to be in books or in movies. It could also be in video games. Storytelling in any medium should want to do something like what the story in this movie or this movie does, which is leaving a great impression on the viewer, on the reader, on the player, on anyone that is experiencing it, and leaving them with a lesson for life, with a story that they won't forget, and definitely with joy, with an experience that gives them joy. Because that's a goal of telling a story. The goal of telling a story is not leaving people depressed because the ending was so bad or the story was, so sad. In my opinion, for me at least, that's not the goal of storytelling. The goal of storytelling is happiness. It's giving happiness to the people that come in contact with that work and giving them, something great for their life, something that they can come back to and read or watch or play if it is a video game like years later, and it will make them feel happy again, and it will inspire them again, and it will give them something special again. So yeah, I can tell you that this movie did it. I loved it. It was so good. I wish I could give it an award. I wish I could give everyone who made that movie an award, but I cannot do that. All I can do is praise it a little here. And I'm very glad that I can do that. So thank you for YouTube. So I can praise this movie even more. So that's all I have to say about it. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one that feels this way about this movie. And I feel that this movie deserves the complete opposite of what The Last Jedi got. The Last Jedi deserved all the hate. I was also disappointed with the story. I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did to Luke, and there were many ways to do it much better. And by the way, I'm going to talk about that in another video. And my version of that story, I'm going to share with you as well, which is extremely good. I mean, any fans of Star Wars, anyone that watched even just the 7th episode by itself or the others is going to love it. But, so yeah. Yeah, The Last Jedi deserved the hate, and this movie, The Greatest Showman, deserves all the praise and more. Because we need, I love this kind of entertainment. It's the kind of entertainment that if we had more of this, I think, the people that love entertainment, which is all of us, because everyone loves to be entertained, will be happier. And that's something great to give the audience. Give them happiness. Give them life lessons. Give them joy. Give them inspiration and passion through an experience that you had first, but that you're going to be able to share with them through whatever medium you use. In my case, it's going to be writing or reading, because I want to record many of my, some of the stories. I want to read them and record them here and share them with you. Or if it is a medium like movies, like the people that make movies and the actors, or even video games, it doesn't matter. The medium doesn't matter. Delivering a great story like this one, like The Greatest Showman, is what really matters. And I give them an applause. I give them an applause. I enjoyed it so much. So basically, I recommend that you watch it. If you miss it at the theater, which is going to be something sad because this is better at the theater, I recommend that you rent it and just watch it, because it's an inspiration. And it's a really beautiful story with, the whole thing, all the way through is really good. So I highly recommend it to all of you.